So, hello everyone. In the last day of presentation, I'm going to discuss meditate lives, how media culture shapes identity and everyday experiences. Academic information, table of content. My research question was that how does media culture shape individual identity and everyday experience in contemporary society? So, hypothesis: media culture shapes identity and everyday experience by influencing how individual performance and present themselves online, creating the curated and the audience driven version of the self. Daily media interaction act as a modern ritual that connect people to society while also affecting emotional well-being, social perception and growth dynamics. Global media and digital platforms enable cultural exchange and hybrid identities. They can also reinforce conformity, fragmentation, and performative behaviors. Thus, media simultaneously empowers individual and communities while supplying discipline, social norms, and the personal expression. Introduction: like in modern society, media is become a central force shaping how people live, think, and related to another things. Like Nick Cowdrey argues that media is not just about communication, but also how everyday practice and organized through the media institution and technologies. Like media rituals such as scrolling, sharing, or linking have become an essential habits that define our social existence. Raymond Williams said that reminds us that culture is ordinary, meaning the media we use daily, from television to social media, from part of our ordinary culture life. Media as a culture architecture, like Luren Rosman described mass media as a cultural architect that build collective imagination and reinforce dominance value. Media does not merely reflect society; it's construct it by creating shared idea of beauty, success, and normality. Advertising, film, and the television spread powerful culture symbols that influence how we define ourselves and others. This aligns with cultural study, belief that media is a site where ideology and identity intersect. Like digitalization in everyday life, according to Karnikova, like digital technologies have completely transformed human routine. Smartphones, streaming, and social platform blurred the line between the private and public life. People now live through the screens, using media for work, entertainment, communication, and self-expression. This constant connectivity produces both freedom and dependence. Also, Kernikova said, emphasized that media has become a permanent companion in everyday life, shaping behavior, relationship, and even emotional well-being. The mediated self and digital identity. Like Aaron Belix explained that social media creates a performative identity. People curate identity version of themselves for an imagined audience. This leads to what he calls the supergo of the digital self, where individuals constantly self-monitoring to feed online expectations. Like comments and followers act as emotional rewards, shaping how individuals value themselves. Also, we all know that how younger, like Gen Z, are more affected that their followers, like if we are not giving them likes or comments, they maybe go into the depression as well. Like identity become a fluid, partial, and dependent on visibility. Like cultural studies sees this as a new form of subjectivity where the self is mediated through the technology. A media power and group dynamics. Like Tom Williams explore how social media forms belief based on nations or tribes, or like minded users. Algorithms and the group norms rewards people for showing loyalty to shared ideas, making platforms more polarized. This reflects Sultan Hall's theory that media structure influence how audience interrupt meaning, reinforce collective identity while including others. Baliks also link this to careful culture, where users avoid expressing dissenting opinion due to fear or social backlash. Media framing and public perception, like media not only inform but frame how society perceives events, identity, and moral values. Like Rothman's notes that mass media select prioritizes certain narratives, simplifying complex realities to into stories that support existing ideologies. For example, like youth activism or feminist protests are often portrayed as either noble or disruptive, depending on political bias or ownership of the media outlet. Uh, Cowdrey explained that framing shape our moral and political imagination, influencing how people understanding issue like justice, identity, and belonging them. There is a one picture which is about Friday future, which is a very important movement happen when the person Greta Thunberg, who is she's not going to school Friday and start this movement uh, to save. Uh, Also, that in India, like a media from climate activists like Disha Ravi is either media claim that she's either patriot or the anti-national, depend on the channel's ideology. So media has their power that how shows the people in a good manner or in a bad manner. So it's showing that framing media rituals and the ordinary. uh, Glaudra introduced the concept of media rituals, like meaning the daily practices like checking news updates, posting selfies, or sharing memes that connect individuals or wider social meanings. This small action creates a sense of belonging and acts as a modern culture uh, ceremonies, similarly to traditional community gathering. Williams highlights that culture exists not only in art or literature, but in everyday behavior, and media now mediate that everyday life. Contemporary example like everyday acts like posting Instagram story about the festivals or political events function as a digital rituals. For example, during the Diwali or Pride Month, users share posts that express identity and solitary, transforming personal expression into collective participation. Emotional and psychological impact, like also the internet encourage certain and perfection and approval seeking, also leading people to curate idea version of themselves to gain validation through the like or comments. Also from cultural studies perspective, like media play a dual role. It empowers individual of or offering platform for expression. It also discipline them through the social expectation of how one should appear and behave. Here are the example like phenomenon of Instagram burnout, like among influencer and everyday users, show how emotional labor is tied to online visibility. Globalization and media flow, it's all about like waste and filters promoting and consumer and culture sameness. Also platform like Netflix, YouTube, it's a globalized culture. Media and social changes like hashtag movement, like hashtag me too, like hashtag Black Lives Matter and Dalit Lives Matter, show how digital space can expose injustice and build solidarity across the borders. Here, the conclusion, like the media plays central role in the shaping identity, culture, and the everyday life. Also, online platforms encourage individuals to curate and perform their identities, influencing both how they see themselves and how they are perceived by the others. Daily interaction with media act as modern ritual, connecting people to society and creating shared meaning. Also, it can also lead to the homogenization and the reinforce certain social norms. Like media empowers marginalized voice and support activism, but it can be performative and fragmented, limiting meaningful engagement. Understanding media critically allows the individual to navigate their identities, culture, participation, and social interaction more conscious and effectively. Here the learning outcome, reference, and thank you. If you have any question, then feel free to ask.
My question is, how does digital media shape identity and behavior?
So, digital media has that power to shape identity and behavior. Like when it has a two side, good or bad. Like when you follow good things, then it is okay. You learn something good from the digital platform, then it is okay, it's good. But when you start bad use, like when you compare yourself with others, others, and blindly follow them, then it is not a good idea. So that digital media has that power to control like a people's mind. When once you are addicted with that, then easily social media's platforms social media platforms intentionally or intentionally controls you. So yeah.
Kumkum, my question is, how does media framing affect public opinion?
So also, as I mentioned in my presentation, like media also have that power that how to give information to people. Like when in a news channel have any news, so when people listen that and think in that manner, they are not go beyond that that what is true or what is wrong. Also, media has that power to see people that they are their personality, it is good or not. As in the contemporary time, we all are known that how social like how media, like Godi media, portrayed our politics leader in a good manner. They cannot ask or question them. So it is that media has that power how to portray people's identity and their works. So yeah, this is from my side. Thank you.